lazy generation. No more standing out in line. So good at wasting our time. We are the lazy generation. We are the lazy generation. We are the lazy generation now.
Hello guys and welcome to round 2 of the GP4 2008 Offline Championship. I'm JWF1 and with me as always is Stato. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm really looking forward to this one. After the Australian Grand Prix, I'm wondering if this race is going to be even better. I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, we're going to try and make sure we don't overlap each other like last time. But anyway, as you can see from the qualifying, Felix Sonntag is on pole position with Yuri Marta in second. Joseph Willows is in third with George Roque in fourth, Jay McKenzie fifth, and Will Nell sixth. So the top six are a mix between McLaren, BMW, and Ferrari. Then we go to row 4. Page Knight is seventh with Sam Thompson in eighth position, out qualifying his teammate James Willows once again. Evan Byrne is ninth and James Willows in 10th. So it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a battle between the Toyotas and the Red Bulls. Then we go all the way to row 6 where we see the two Renaults. A disappointing qualifying from the pair of them. Waste Cube is 11th with Roland Motchen in 12th. Then on row 7 it's Domenico D'Alesio in 13th with Jack Boyman in 14th in the Williams. And then we go to 15th, it's Alex Southgate with Florian Volker in 16th position. He did well last race, really getting in the mix. 17th with Finlay Strachan in 18th in the Williams. A disappointing qualifying for him. He'll be able to have a comeback. As well, Zafri's 19th with Viggo Holst in 20th. And at the back, it's the two Supergos of Adam Wolf in 21st and Dmitry Surkov in 22nd. So a very interesting grid. The weather, it's bright and sunny, so we have no chance of rain whatsoever. So hopefully it's going to be flat out racing as we should expect. So here we go then. We have Sonntag on the right and then Marta on the left. 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's go here in Malaysia. And who's got the better start, Marta?
I think Marta has. I think he's getting the better start. I think he's taken the lead. I think he has.
Indeed.
And I think Willows is getting past him as well.
Well, still side by side at the moment. Joseph Willows trying to get into the mix. Into turn 1. Sonntag still trying to hang it around the outside. But as he got the job done, it was Sonntag coming back down the inside. Right outside to go, and the defending champion leads the Malaysian Grand Prix. A fantastic start from Yuri Marta into the lead. Will Neller's got a fantastic start. He's moved up to 4th. He's disposed of the 2 BMWs. In fact, he wants to have a go at Joseph Willows. Can he get down into the inside? Into turn number 3. Not quite. Joseph hanging it around the outside. Around turn number 4, sorry, I should say, not turn number 3. But it seems to be a clean start from the rest of the pack.
And here we go. This is coming into the two right-handers. I think I just saw Mackenzie's got past Roque. So Roque's had an awful start. And he's going to... And I think the Red Bull has tried to go past Roque. That's Thompson, I think. And he's not made the move stick. And here is Mackenzie, I think, on the back of Nella. George Roque's dropped back a lot from the pack. So he's not made a good start.
Meanwhile,
contact.
More contact. But for spin. Contact. Who was that? Which Renault was that? And there's more contact. Which Force India is that? There just seems to be chaos down at the head. It was Zafri. It was Zafri. Let's have a look. Take it away.
And he got hit, and everyone seemed to go past him, but Zafri didn't, and somehow didn't actually get any damage from that. But
there is actually. I saw somebody without a rear wing. It's one of the Super Gurus.
Yeah.
I don't know which. It's Zurkov actually. It's Zurkov who's lost his rear wing, and I think he lost
without a. That's Gal, I think that was, without a front wing and a rear wing.
And it looks like Boyman's lost a bit of rear wing as well. Look, he hasn't got any whatever you call it on the top. I lost my words there. Meanwhile, and the end lap 2, look at that. Nella and is it Mackenzie? I'm not sure. It is Mackenzie. I tucked up behind words, and it looks like one of the Red Bulls has got past George Roque, and it is Sam Thompson who's got past him. So he moves up to 6th, and it looks like James Willows wants to have a piece of him.
Zafri's off.
What's that for? He looks like he's got some sort of problem. We didn't see on the steering wheel. Did he have some sort of problem, or was he taken out? Let's see. So, oh no!
Oh, his Holster's taking him out.
His own teammate. Dear. Lads, rule 1, never hit your teammate, and that's just what's happened between the two Force India boys. Unfortunate there. So a lot of trips to the pits for a lot of the guys. The yellow flag's down at the last corner. Confirmation that Zafri is out of the race indeed after just 1 lap. Didn't even complete the first lap. Meanwhile, Marta streaking away, well, trying his best to streak away from the rest of the pack, but Sonntag just keeping with him. The gap stayed consistent through the first sector. Zurkov has come into the pits, as has Gao, as has Wolf. There's just a train of cars in the pits, and we've only just got to lap 2 at the moment. They're still on lap 1. So
it's on ball with Holst. You can see what happened. He got past the Honda, but I don't know who's to blame there. Again, Zafri kind of came across Hulse there.
You could
really.
say that you could argue at the same time that Hulse did brake a little bit later, misjudged his braking, and just ran into the side of Zafri. So I wouldn't say it's Zafri's fault. To me, it could be either a racing incident. I could put the blame down to Hulse just because, well, he did kind of brake late and misjudge his braking, so he was the cause of that. Meanwhile, it looks like Nella is having to defend. Who's he? Looks like. Ooh, that is so close. He was tucked up right up to the rear there, and. Well, at the moment, Nella's just falling back at the moment into the clutches of the BMW. Meanwhile, there's Thompson, and it looks like George Roke's still trying to hold back James Willows at the moment. So as they go around this fast section of corners, and there's Jack Boyman, who has rejoined in 17th after the calamity that happened at the start.
Now he's coming out the pits. He might be lapped already. We've only been 2 laps. He got held up, actually, by...
Meanwhile, look at James Willows. Sorry to interrupt you. James Willows now looking to the inside of George Roke. Roke is he on a heavy fuel load? It must be the assumption if he's dropping that back. And Willows down inside. Can he get the job done? Yes, he can. Oh, nearly went for a spin there. Did you see the oversteers? Roke.
Yeah, and Roke's gone wide and he's lost a place to, I don't know what Toyota is that. And
I think that was Page Knight.
Well.
I think now he's got to look after Cuba, who's behind him. So as now Cuba looks to the inside of the BMW Sauber, it's clear that George Roke is not having a good time in that car right now. Cuba down to the inside. Can he get ninth? Yes, he can. Cuba moves up into ninth position. Meanwhile, Dialazia looks like he's got past Cuba's teammate, in fact, Motrin. And, wow, lots of overtaking going on. Sontag leads. Sontag takes the lead. When did that happen?
Oh, you just got the slipstream and got past him in the first corner, it seems.
Indeed, it looked like there was not much room, but luckily Sontag managed to find enough space just to get down the inside, and Sontag now retakes the lead off Marta, so Marta clearly did not have the pace to keep back Felix Sontag. The Ferrari looking definitely quick this season, could be a rightful challenger to McLaren this season, as it looks like, who was that? Was that Volker?
Volker, yeah, it was Volker.
It looked like... I think he just went for an unbelievable dive bomb and just went past Motrin. That was a fantastic move from the Toro Rosso, indeed. Up into 12th place there. And
there's a car off, and that's Roke. He's gone off.
He must have a problem, because that's the second time he's gone off. Look at that. Understeer through these complex of corners, and he just goes wildly off. And he was lucky that no one hit him, of course. So incredibly lucky for George Roke, and he's able to continue from the race. But what if he does have a problem? Will that problem get worse? Who knows? There's now Byrne. Oh!
He's made contact and he's always hit Volker, and Byrne has gone around.
Oh!
And Roke's hit him as well. Oh, and Byrne, I think, is out of the race. I think he lost his wheel on the edge.
The wheel. It was one of the Toyotas, yes. And it is Byrne. Byrne is out. Let's have a look. So it just seemed like he just misjudged his braking. Motrin then had nothing to do and just hit the rear of Volker. And George Roke's actually lost his front wing in the process as well. So
no chance to avoid Byrne there. He was right in front of him.
So this lap's just gone from bad to worse for George Roke at the moment. Such disappointment indeed. It seems that corner has been causing a lot of trouble down there at the moment. We've had 2 incidents down there. Could there be even more during the race? Who knows? As meanwhile Sontag sets the fastest lap of the race of a 1. I didn't even read that in time. But anyway, so more trips to the pits they'll have to come by because, well, the leases with lots of gyrations.
Oh, it's contact.
That's going to be a heavy That's going to be a heavy impact. Ooh.
Maybe not. But that was Southgate, I think it was, who just went into the back of him there.
So look at the replay. It looked like George just cut across him there, didn't he? It looked like George left the door open so that Southgate could get past, but then he just all of a sudden just shut the door as he was trying to come into the pit. So you could argue that George should have left the room, really, but at the same time you can argue that George was coming into the pits either way, and maybe Southgate could have ducked to the inside if he knew that, because I think he would have got the call anyway to say that George had lost his front wing and would be coming into the pits. But either way you look at it, it's George's race is over. So now we have a look at Southgate after he's finished his pit stop, and he's now attacking one of the Toro Rossos. I don't know which one that is.
Oh, it's Volker, I think it is.
And now we skip a little bit later on, as it looks like Will Nella's all over the back of Joseph Willows. Nella really on a roll right now. He only qualified in 6th, remember, but he's really on a roll right now, and he's tucked up right into the slipstream of the McLaren. Can he get the job done? Well, he's defending the inside, and now Nella's going to have to... Ooh, not quite.
No, maybe not.
Joseph saying, no chance. You're going to have to work extremely hard to get past there as he shuts the door, going around into turn number 4 there, as now into the pits comes Motrin. And he's just having a disappointing race. He's just dropping backwards, where his teammates just seem to be going up at the moment. And, well, what can you say, really? So, we're now on lap 7, and it looks like Paige Knight is now attacking Sam Thompson, and he's got to be... She's currently in a Red Bull sandwich at the moment, so he'll want to get out of there, that's for sure.
And he's right behind Thompson. Thompson had a good qualifying. He's having a good race at the moment, so it's been a good season so far for Thompson. Is Paige Knight going to make the move? I think she's got the slipstream. Is she going to make it? Thompson tries to block him, but I think Paige Knight has made the move stick, and she does. She's up into 6th place. Good move there.
Good move there. And just a reminder, she is the only Toyota left in the race because Evan Byrne retired thanks to a crash down at that hairpin. Meanwhile, now we look at Will Nella, who's looking to the inside of Jersey Willows. Can he get the job done this time? Side by side they go. They've got Mackenzie looking for an opportunity to pounce. And Nella moves up into 3rd position. And now, could that give Mackenzie the opportunity to close up? No, it doesn't. In fact, Willows is now back into the slipstream of Will Nella. Is he going to get it back? This is going to be an amazing battle if he gets the move done into turn number 1. And this is probably going to be a battle throughout the majority of the race. Down the inside, and Willows retakes 3rd position. What a battle that this has turned out to be.
Great battle there. Mackenzie's now finally caught up to the back of Nella. I don't know if he'll be able to be close enough to make the move coming into the right-hander, but I think Nella might actually have another go back on Joseph Willows. He's got the slipstream. He's moved to the inside, and has he got the moves? Yes, he has. He's made the move stick.
What a fantastic...
Great battle here.
What a fantastic battle. Nella moves up into 3rd position. The question is Willows able to tuck back underneath in future? Well, it doesn't look like it, because now look at this. Mackenzie down the inside of Willows. Can he get the job done? And yes, he can. Mackenzie moves up into 4th position, or is Willows going to do the same thing like he did to Will Nella? Tuck into Mackenzie's literally. He's looking to the outside. Is he going to flick back to the inside? I don't know oh! Volker!
Volker's gone off.
And he's gone for a spin.
Spun.
Luckily, there was no traffic there, so he's able to rejoin without losing a position whatsoever. The question is, as well as got the position back off Mackenzie. That's the question. We were looking at that before we cut away to there. It says, Nella's gone off!
Nella's off.
Oh my goodness me! The man in 3rd position has gone off the track, and that puts Mackenzie on a podium. So Joseph Willows did not get back past him down the pit straight, and now Mackenzie is on a podium. Let's have a look at the replay.
Goes wide and goes on the curb, and he can't stop the car.
Looks like he had a lot of oversteer coming through there, and wow, that's just not what Will Nella needed right now. Meanwhile, Jersey Willows is having to now defend from Will Nella, skipping to lap 19 of the race. He's having to defend from Nella, who's wanting to make a comeback after that mistake he made and them double right-handers. He's going to the inside of Willows. Can he get the job done? Yes, he can. Nella moves up into 7th position. A few more cars to go, though, before he can probably get back that podium that he wants, that he lost after going off the track. As into the pits comes Adam Wolf for the Super Aguri team. So, a change of tyres indeed. Let's see how quick is this stop going to be. It is going to be... Let's see. Obviously, they're putting on a lot of fuel. And it's a 12.12 second stop. So, a reasonable time for the Super Aguri mechanics, you could say.
Indeed. And see if they can finish the races. Here comes Marta into the pits for the McLaren.
Indeed. So maybe Joseph will probably be pitting at the end of this lap, as Mackenzie's also came into the pits as well. I just saw his name briefly pop up there next to Marta. So I think Mackenzie's in. So Mackenzie's currently in a battle for 3rd with Joseph Willows. So he'll hope that this pit stop is good from the BMW Star Mechanics. I wouldn't expect Marta to lose the position to Mackenzie either way. And no, he doesn't. Out the pit lane he goes with no problems whatsoever. Mackenzie comes out the pits with no problems whatsoever. So they've got to have good outlaps indeed. Well, Mackenzie has to keep it at Joseph Willows, really.
Malaysia are going to get ahead of him, and the answer is yes, he does. This is not good for Mackenzie. He needs to get past Malaysia as soon as possible.
Indeed, which I don't think will be a long time away, because he's tucking right back into Alex's slipstream. He's now going up the hill, and it doesn't look like he's pulling to the right though, as Southgate felt the need to defend there. So maybe it's not going to be an easy ride for Mackenzie. As into the pits comes Racing to Felix Sontag. Take it away, Stato.
And let's see how long the stop is. They've been around 12 seconds. Let's see if the Ferrari pit crew can do a decent stop here. It's going to be a long stop for fuel. And Sontag didn't have a good race in Australia. It's a 12.4. It's a decent stop. And Felix needs to have a better race after Australia was a disaster and he was not happy about it at all. And he's going to come out in second place.
Yeah, for now, Joseph Willows is going to lead, but we know that Joseph is still yet to pit. And Paige Knight will briefly be in third position, but like with Joseph, she's still got to pit, as it looks like Nella is now on the back of Sam Thompson, who are battling for, well, this is fourth position, but I don't think it will be when the pair of them pit. So they've just gone and lapped one of the Super Aguris, and now we skip to lap 22, and Nella's tucking up to the back of Sam Thompson. Can he get fourth off the Red Bull? He's past James Wellers. Can he get past the other Red Bull down into turn one, down inside? And yes, he can. Nella moves up into fourth position. Whatever that will be after he makes his pit stop, we'll have to wait and see. But right now, Nella is on a comeback right now as Holst comes into the pits for Force India.
See, and Holst, well, there's going to be some talks of Force India after the race, after the incident. Zafari, I imagine, at his home race is going to be even more infuriated than normal.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Indeed. So Holst has finished his pit stop, 13.1 seconds stop, so obviously slower than the Ferrari mechanics, which is what you probably expect from a smaller team. Paige Knight now then comes in the pits to inherit that third position that she briefly had, but she'll be back in a normal position, I'm sure. The only Toyota remaining in the race, because for the second time, to remind you, Evan Byrne has retired thanks to a crash down at the hairpin, so she's the only remaining Toyota left. It's a 12-second stop, so quicker than the Ferrari mechanics, actually, so a good stop from Toyota. So let's see where this brings her out into the pack. Let's see. She is coming out of the pits, and she's going to be joining 10th, so she's still going to be in the top 10, so maybe she could have a chance for a points finish today. As into the pit comes the 2006 champion, Joseph Willows. He's currently battling with Mackenzie. He's had a little bit longer out on track than Mackenzie has. Whether that will pay off for him, we'll have to wait and see. He's going to have a long drive down to the pits because the McLaren mechanics are at the end of the pit lane due to the fact that in the real Formula 1, they were excluded from points in the 2007 championship, so that's why they're at the end of the pit lane. But we know, of course, that they won the Constructors' Championship in this championship. So, yeah, so let's see how quick the stop is for McLaren. It's 11.5 seconds stop, so that's probably the quickest today. Where is Mackenzie at the moment? That's the thing. Martin, is Mackenzie in that group? Oh, no! He spun!
Oh, Willis has spun.
Oh, dear, what happened? Did he do the same mistake as Nella? No! It looks like he's done a Volker, but it's just kept it on the gravel. Now, is he beached? That's the question. No, he isn't. He's able to get back on the track. That's going to cost him as Mackenzie.
Oh, and Mackenzie's tried to bump his way past Alacio, but I don't think he made it stick.
Meanwhile, Will pits from second place. He'll hope to probably be in that position at the moment due to the fantastic comeback that he's doing after going off the track where multiple people have been off today. We're on lap 25 of 56 at the moment, and he didn't look like he pitted for fuel, so he might be on a lighter fuel load. We'll see. So, Sam Thompson now then. Let's see how quick his stop is going to be. As it's an 11.2 second stop, so that's now the quickest we've seen today. So, quick start from the Red Bull mechanics. As Galzao!
Oh, Galzao.
So, Toro Rosso's day goes from bad to worse. Oh, it was
Sontag.
Oh, God. Marta's going to be in the lead. Well, he will be after James Willow's pits. But Sontag is going to have to make a trip to the pit. So, his Australian nightmare has come back to haunt him.
And it was unfortunate that Gal came on the track and Sontag really had nowhere to go, so that was quite unfortunate.
Indeed, definitely. That's probably cost him the chance of a victory today. Well, unless he gets out close to Marta, then he could still have a chance of winning the race, but that has dented a hole at his chances for sure. So, and the confirmation there that Gal is out of the race due to that accident. So, we will see Sontag making a trip to the pits. Yellow flags down at that double corner again. But anyway, so we should expect it now. Yes, into the pits comes Sontag. And let's see how quick the stop is for the Ferrari mechanics. As now he enters the pits, puts the pit limiter on. And let's see how quick this is going to be. Take it away, Stato.
And, well, he's definitely not going to keep the lead. It just depends where he comes out and how far he is away. And so there goes front wing, tyres. So, and he's still in the lead at the moment, but I imagine he'll get overtaken. 6.8 second stop, which is pretty quick for a wing change. And
Well, you're not expecting any fuel to be put on the car, were you? So, meanwhile, we're looking at which McLaren is that? Yuri Marta stuck behind James Wellers at the moment. James Wellers, I believe, is still yet to pit. So, really, this is not effectively the battle for the lead, which is probably something that James wishes he was in right now. So far, but currently he's not in a competitive car. Maybe next year we'll see if he decides to stay at Red Bull. But meanwhile, Marta goes down the inside, and as predicted, Marta takes the lead off Willow. So now Marta has clean track ahead of him to push. And now Cuba is battling with Joseph Willows at the moment, and it looks like he's taken sixth off him. So
he has done.
So rather than Joseph, rather than Joseph making a comeback, he's dropping backwards from a Renault. So Cuba seems to be having a fantastic race so far. If he's not careful, he's going to get passed by a Toyota as Southgate comes into the pits. So, anyway, so that's that done. And meanwhile, we've got a little bit of a... Was there a crash or something?
I don't know what the Honda was doing. He was swerving all about around that corner. And two Ferraris both got stuck behind him. And they still can't get past. And now they can.
Now they can. But that has brought Sontag back into the mix to make a comeback. I wonder if that Honda's got handling problems like we saw with Mazia at the end of last season. We'll see about that as James Wellers finally comes into the pit. So maybe he's on a one stop because he stayed out for quite a long time, didn't he?
We're about halfway through the race, so I imagine it'll probably go to the end.
Could it be enough for points? We'll have to wait and see, really. He hasn't scored points yet. Obviously, the weather in Australia didn't help with his qualifying. Now, Nella is battling for the lead with Marta here. Nella could try and take the lead off the defending champion. Sontag's got into the mix. Nella down the inside. Both Ferraris have made a fantastic comeback so far. So this would probably set a sign to McLaren saying, just because we've had incidents doesn't mean we're not going to win. We clearly have a quicker car than you. So this is clear that if he does, McLaren will probably have to respond in further races. But now, Nella looking to the inside. Is he able to take the lead into turn number 4 down the inside? And he's got it.
Yes, he does.
Nella into the lead. And now Sontag wants Marta looking to the... Oh, contact!
They made contact. Oh, and they've saved it. And
luckily,
Marta's kept the position.
Luckily, indeed, Sontag obviously thinking that that was an advantage. So he obviously gave back. We got a yellow flag and it's Knight.
Knight has spun off, I think.
At that same corner that everyone's been having problems with. And again, just understeer. Probably just got her wheels caught on some drain down there. So it's obviously got stuck on it. It's obviously led her into the gravel. Now Sontag still tucked up behind Yuri Marta for the time being. But the question is, can he get him down this back straight, the support pit straight, I should say. But now, looking to the outside he goes. Is he able to get Marta for second place? It's going to be a risky move if he attempts this round the outside. And has he been able to get the job done? Round the outside, they're still side by side. Not quite. Sontag had to back out of it there. And Marta currently still in second place. Meanwhile, lap 36, Sontag still stuck behind Yuri Marta for the time being. Sontag is clear in his aspirations that he wants to make it a Ferrari 1-2. Down the inside he goes. Can he get the job done? Yes, he can. And it's now a Ferrari 1-2. Sontag moves up into second place. A great comeback from the two Ferraris. Is that an engine failure or a water leak?
I think that might actually be a water leak, I think. And he's pulling off to the side of the track now.
Let's see. We'll hopefully get confirmation of what it is if we do, of course. Whatever it is, an engine failure or water leak, it is terminal. And it's put Volker out of the race. Such a shame because he's been performing so well recently. He's clearly got good pace in that Toro Rosso. And it's just all come to blows as race leader Will Nella pits. On lap 40 of 56, his teammate Sontag will briefly take the lead. I don't know if the pair of them are fighting, of course, for the lead. But if they are, then Sontag will hopefully get the hammer down to try and leapfrog his own teammate as Wolf comes into the pits for Super Aguri there. Look like a little bit of lag there. But still, a 10.9 second stop from the Super Aguri mechanics. And I think it was the same for the Ferrari mechanics as well.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And in comes Boyman.
Yeah, equal time to the pair of them as Boyman's in the pits from 16th position. He's not having a good race, and clearly a comeback has not come for him so far. So do you think this is probably going to be a weekend for him to forget?
Definitely, yeah. He's been basically invisible. This is the first time I've heard his name really since, or seen him on the track at all since the first lap. So no, he does have good pace in that car. We've seen in testing, so we'll see if he can do better at the next race.
Indeed, as Knight and Thompson pit from their respective positions, and now Sontag pits. Now the question is, was he battling with Nella? And if he was, is he able to get the lead off his own teammate, who's just gone past? I don't think that's Nella, of course, because Nella dropped back a couple of positions. But we'll see. Where is Nella? There's Joseph. The
Mackenzie's second, so...
Joseph Willows is coming to the pits, and there's Nella.
And there goes Nella.
Nella has got through. So Nella will keep hold of the lead, so Sontag will have to get him on track. As Willows, who's also on the comeback after making a mistake at that double corner, pits from 4th position. Where he will rejoin, we'll have to wait and see. But it looks like Joseph is on some sort of slow comeback, if I might as well add. As now Mackenzie pits from 3rd position. We haven't heard much of him since well, he seemed to have faded off a little bit of a battle, really. So... really, we kind of don't know where Mackenzie is. I think he's in 4th, isn't he? And I think is it Joseph Willows that's probably attacking him for that position?
I think it is, yeah.
Meanwhile, the defending champion pits from 3rd position, Yuri Marta. So let's see where he rejoins. And it's an 8-second stop, so it's clear that they didn't put any fuel onto that car unless they put a tiny bit in. It's an 8-second stop for the McLaren mechanics. And out the pit lane he goes, and he still rejoins in 3rd position. McLaren's going to have to do a lot of work to catch up to Ferrari. Ferrari look like to have the monster car at the moment compared to McLaren. As now we look at Zerkov, he's made a mistake. He's made a mistake down at the second to last corner, I think that is.
Yeah, gone onto the support straight, yes. And he's rejoined. No harm done, but I think he's in last place, so it's not really going to affect him at all.
Unfortunately, yes, for the Super Aguri team. They have fallen into a bit of a financial slump recently. Hopefully they'll be able to pick it up and be on the grid for 2009, but we'll have to wait and see, of course. So, yeah, so really, as we've got yellow flags, oh, it's Mackenzie!
Oh, it's Mackenzie, he's spun off as well. At the same corner as everyone else.
Is there, like, oil down there, do you think? I don't know.
He just went completely off.
Indeed, you can see all the tyre marks that have been going on down there. Now let's lift Joseph Willows up into 4th position. So Willows has got into the top 4. I don't know if he's fighting with anyone. Meanwhile, Nella's stuck in traffic at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a problem. I think I just saw a...
He has, he's pulling off. Nella's out. What a shame.
3 laps left, and Sontag has just been had victory on a plate.
And now it's given that to Sontag. Marta's going to move up to 2nd, and Willows is going to move up into 3rd position. So, what happened there, do you think?
The brake, I think. I saw a brake problem I saw on his dashboard. He was trying to get past him. I thought he'd... I don't know.
Obviously, he did not have any pressure going onto the brakes, and it's clear that it is 2-terminal, and he had to pull off the side of the track. But now it's given Sontag back the lead, which he had briefly until he lost his front wing. So now he's back in the lead. So essentially, the top 2 is how it was at the start of the race, essentially. So meanwhile then, so Sontag leads, Marta 2nd, and soon Willows will be 3rd. As we look at Sam Thompson, who's behind, who is that? That looks like... he's in 5th at the moment, so who's coming? Is that Willows? Or is that... no, that's James Willows, actually. Is it James?
It is, yes, it is Willows. Yeah, it is.
Willows a lap down. Yes, no, he isn't. Willows is...
no, he is in 4th.
4th at the moment, so Willows currently doing a fantastic job. We're on the final lap, and it looks like the 2 Red Bulls are going to be going hammer and tong down in the last lap of the race. So, yeah, so now coming into turn number 4, he's defending the position from Sam Thompson. Meanwhile, where is Sontag? There he is. He's coming to the end of the race through the second to last corner. What a race he's had. He's just coming down the support pit straight. A comeback indeed after losing his front wing to Gal, I believe it was, in the middle of the race, but has come back after a little bit of luck from his teammate Will Nella. But he has come back to the lead, and he's going to get redemption after what happened in last year. Felix Sontag wins the Malaysian Grand Prix. Congratulations to him. It's 2 out of 2, I believe, for for Ferrari. Zerkov finishes 16th. Strachan is going to cross the line in 11th position. We will wait for Marta to come on in second. There's Marta behind Motrin. Marta is going to cross the line in second place indeed. A decent result for Marta, but he wants to pick up the pace to defend his title. Same with this man, Joseph Willows, who's had a good comeback. He's going to cross the line in third place and pick up the final podium position. Meanwhile, we need to look at how the two Red Bulls are coping at the moment. There they are. James Willows is going to cross the line. He's going to cross the line in 4th. Sam Thompson 5th. Jay McKenzie got back up to 6th. Paige Knight is going to cross the line in 7th. And Dale Lazio is going
to get into 8th place.
So he's going to pick up the final point in 8th position. Fantastic for him. Cuba's going to cross the line in 9th. Wolf 13th there. Southgate's going to cross the line 14th. Boyman will cross the line in 15th. And who's going to round out the top 10? That's the thing. I don't know who it is. Is it that guy behind? Is it Holst? Or is he behind Boyman? Yeah, it was Holst.
It is. A good result for him.
Even though he's probably going to have words with Vijay Mallya and Azul Zafri after the race. But a fantastic result for Felix Sontag. He picks up the win here in Malaysia, here in Kuala Lumpur. A fantastic race. What an exciting race. Would you agree that this one was better than Australia?
I would definitely say that this one was better than Australia. Again, pretty much just the carnage on the first lap just made it better than Australia. I didn't think it was that bad, but I thought it was definitely a lot better.
Well, anyway, here's the final result. Sontag won the race in Marta 2nd, Josie Willows 3rd, his brother 4th, Sam Thompson 5th, Jay McKenzie 6th, with Paige Knight in 7th, with Dominic D'Alessio rounding out the top 8. Indeed, it was Cuban 9th, and Holst rounded out the top 10 in the Force India indeed. The next race for us is Bahrain in Sakhir. It's going to be an exciting race, I'm sure, and I hope you'll tune in next week for that race. The live streams, I think, are always on a Wednesday, with the qualifying being on a Tuesday, or live on YouTube, so on this channel. So if you haven't subbed already, please subscribe, because you'll really enjoy them indeed. As we go now, scrolling down to the rest of the results, as you can see, D'Alessio managed to pick up 8th, Cuba 9th, Holst 10th, Strachan was 11th in the Williams, with Motrin in 12th, Wolf 13th, Southgate 14th, Boyman 15th, Zerkov 16th, and Wellnella did classify, but only in 17th. The retirements were Volker, Gal, Roke, and if we scroll down a little bit further down, there were 2 more retirements in the race, and I believe they all happened on the first lap. I know that one of them was Azul Zafri.
Another one was Byrne.
Yes. So I believe it's Byrne 21st and Zafri 22nd there indeed. So we had 5 classified as retirement, although we only had 16 cars cross the line. But Nello did classify despite the brake problem that he had with 4 laps of guys. He did complete 90% of the race distance. So we'll hopefully look in the championship results in a bit. So as we said, next race is Bahrain. It's going to be hopefully a very interesting race indeed. It's not the night race version of it, of course. It's the day race of it, of course, because it was a day race back then. I personally prefer it at night, but back then it was obviously, of course, daytime. And now we scroll further down to confirm the final 2 retirements, if we can check pretty soon. And there we go. Evan Byrne, yes, was also retired along with Azul Zafri. Disappointing for Azul Zafri, considering that today was at his home race, and he finished, well, he retired after 1 lap. Clearly, I believe a lot of Malaysian fans were left disappointed indeed. Felix Sontag then set the fastest lap of the race. A fantastic job from him indeed. In fact, Ferraris completely dominated the fastest lap charts. 5 tenths from the next car, which is a Honda of Dominic D'Alessio. So Honda did well in the fastest lap charts indeed. Azul Zafri, of course, being the slowest because obviously he didn't complete that. So let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship then. So it's Joseph Willows, I think. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct, yeah.
Yes, so was it Joseph Willows who won the last race? No, it wasn't, was it? So, as you see in the Drivers' Championship, Joseph Willows now leads with Wellnella second, Felix Sontag in third. So the 2 Willows are not even in the lead of the championship. Marta is in 4th, with Roke in 5th, James Willows 6th, Jack Boyman is in 7th at the moment, with Finley Strachan 8th, Sam Thompson 9th, Jay McKenzie 10th, Florian Volker is 11th, with Paige Knight 12th, Alex Southgate 13th, Domenico D'Alessio is in 14th position. And then we have Waze Cuba in 15th with Vigo Holst 16th, Roland Motrin in 17th, Adam Wolf 18th, Miklos Gal 19th, Dmitry Surkov in 20th, Evan Byrne in 21st, and Azul Zafi 27th. In the Constructors' Championship, McLaren leaded, but only by 3 points in front of Ferrari, because McLaren have been the more consistent out of the 2 races that we've only had. BMW are in 3rd, but are tied with Red Bull and Williams, who are 4th and 5th respectively. Toro Rosso are tied with Honda for 6th, Honda being 7th, and Toyota is in 8th. And the 3 teams that are still yet to score are Renault, Force India, and Super Aguri. So, that's been it then from the Malaysian Grand Prix. I hope you enjoy it. It's been a fantastic race indeed. We will see you at the Sakhir Circuit in Bahrain for round 3 of the 2008 GP4 Offline Championship.
Goodbye.
But for me and Stato, it's goodbye.